So we're just waiting for this one. I think that's actually coming out. So that'll get placed somewhere, and then oil get dropped in. My chart plotter is not working, and so I'm going to use OpenCPN. So I came here to the NOAA OCS, Office of Coast Survey, and I've got electronic charts by state. So we got Virginia, North Carolina, Maryland. Hey, why not? I might go some of those places someday. And that downloaded as these zip files, which I have extracted. And I actually copied all of them to a NOAA charts root directory that was created on the tablet card, but the application can't seem to see that. So then I've copied them over to the tablet's internal memory itself. Download NOAA charts. These are what the folders look like. And inside the folders, you get the chart files themselves. And I figured out which ones I needed in the README file. It shows you the actual NOAA chart numbers over here on the left. So I need all of these down in the lower bay. And at the end of the line, it has the file name for where the chart is here. So 27 would be this one. So everything in this directory is for the Potomac River, Chesapeake Bay to Sandy Point chart, which is 12233 in the NOAA charts. Okay, so then in OpenCPN, in the settings, I do charts, tell it where the chart files are. And that's where I put it, was in downloads NOAA charts. Let's see what it can find here now that it has vector charts. That all looks happy to me. So can I get it to display? Okay, it is working actually. I didn't have it, I wasn't looking at a part of the chart that had a downloaded chart on it. So here we go. So we got the navigation aids, shows where the deep water channels are. And this is what we would see on the NOAA chart, all the detail of where the nav aids and inlets and things are. So this will use the tablet GPS also to help show the position versus these things. And we're just missing the charts that we need for the lower bay. So we got to go get those files. That's all. All right, so if I look at the README file again, we'll see what we really want is Chesapeake Bay, Cape Charles to Norfolk, Charles to Wolf Trap, Hampton Roads, Chesapeake Bay, Norfolk Harbor. So these are files 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, probably want 19, 20, 22. So let's go back to 9 to 22 and grab all of those files. So that would be here we go, 9 and on to 22. So I'll move all those to the tablet and then we'll see. Okay, I added all those chart files, so it's processing those. There we go. All those lines that have shown up show that it now knows about all those other charts. And I see Little Creek and everything is filled in. The harbor. Takes it a minute to parse through them. Okay, that's what we need to see. There's the approach to South Hall Landing, so we like that. That looks appropriate. And the boat is still at Dandy Haven, which is right here. What it's not showing me though are the depths, so let's sort that out. Okay, that looks a little more normal. So the light colored blue is the channel that we'll want to be in, I can hardly read these little depths that are on there. Looks like 23. So I'll try to find a way to make those numbers bigger. But we can see the channel, we can see the markings, and at least with the colors, with the dark blue and light blue, we can see where the deep and the shallow is. So that looks a whole lot more like a paper chart to me. It's got the information that I want to see. So I think given that, it should be okay even in the dark. I'm not happy that the usual chart plotter has stopped working, but this has got everything we need to see. And actually I prefer the NOAA charts anyways, so. Okay, that should be all we need right there. Now we are underway from Dandy Haven. I'm using the tablet for navigation, so it's going to be right here in front of me. But that's it. We are off the pier and drifting ahead. Let's see if we can get a quick look around on our way out of here. So, we pulled right in here on this floating dock a year and a half ago. We've done all the work, and now it's time to say goodbye to Dandy Haven. A nice breeze pushing us off, and away we go. Alright, but I need this now for navigation, so we gotta stop recording. Leave that red to the left. That red to the left, I'm going to shoot for those reds. That's all I got. The reds. And actually I can see all the crab pots are on the edge of the channel, so the green to the green, the red to the red, so we got lots of room. I'm gonna stick a little bit center to the left though, so I'm not sure about that right hand side. chart says we're in the good water. Okay, let's try to get all of 20 amps. We're at 14 right now. Hello, bird. Speed 3.5 knots on the ground. Saw me. I made it to red 8. See red 6. See how open CPN's doing here. This is what I've got. Finding it kind of dark, but there's just so much sun in my face that I don't know. Hopefully we can see that. Coming up on red 4. It's red 4. And we'll cut past the beach here and we'll be out in the bay. Just keep turning and head for red 8. See a green 9 Bravo. Got 9 Alpha, got 9 Bravo. Okay. Gave those to starboard. Pretty thunderstorm back here. I don't know if we'll get it on camera or not, but we'll try. I can see the whole thing, so hopefully that means it's far enough away it's not going to be a problem for me. But thunderstorms were not exactly forecast when I checked everything. Saw some dolphins. Lots of sunshine. Beautiful day. It's a little hard to consider it a moving day because it's not raining. I shouldn't say anything. There's a thunderstorm right there. But the day we moved in here, there was a thunderstorm also coming, and it's kind of blowing us back out of the river for a while. I came forward here to look at some dolphins. Hopefully we'll come upon them here. They're just ahead to the right is where I saw them. That was the worst part of it, making it out to here. We're in the deep water now. Nothing but straight line shot ahead here to out to the bay. I just need to be able to come right to get the sails up. Wind looks okay, but I think it's just because the motor's driving us ahead. I think the apparent wind looks like it would work, but if I put the sail up, I'd find out that we're not, I'd just be creating more drag, so we'll just sit with this for a while. The old chart plotter doesn't work, so we did the open CPN stuff, and that got us out of here. It's a little hard to see the tablet in the lighting conditions, but it worked. I was able to see the markers and the channel, so that's good. Probably needed to just update the chart plotter anyway, so we'll just go with open CPN since we have that working. Otherwise, things are pretty much normal. I think it's a little bit quieter than it was. There's still a little bit of vibration, but I'm standing right over the top of it now. I think it's quieter than it was, so happy with the motor and the shaft work. I rode a bicycle over to Dandy Haven, so got a bicycle aboard, don't have a car stranded. Things looking fine in there. And the bilge doesn't have any more water in it than it did just a little while ago, so I think things are looking good. Make it a little bit further along here in the channel, should be able to go sailing. Well, let's see what we can do with some speed here. This is 80 amps. Amps, 4.5 knots. After you move the throttle, it works itself up after it catches up. So it's 100 amps and 5 knots. That's the problem with going fast. It'll go the wrong way fast quickly too. Going out the green side of the channel here. Looks like we did okay though. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So a lot less vibration because there's better alignment in the shaft now. It can't wobble where the old chain coupling could wobble. It doesn't do that anymore. And we added 2 inches of pitch to the propeller. They twisted the blades a little more to give some more thrust. Well, I can tell we're doing better than we used to do. It's running a lot smoother at these high RPMs, and speed is there. So 5 knots is great. Awesome. Oh, and just a quick calculation. So 100 amps at nominally 50 volts, basically, that's 5 kilowatts. So that's half the available power. So if we push it all the way, maybe we could do that here in a minute and see, but we'll get all the way to the 10 kilowatts and probably get 6.5 knots maybe. That's just how drag works in the water. At charted water depth, we need to make it to the next red, and then we can fall off to port here a little bit and pick up some wind. I don't want to go anything to starboard because that's all shallow over that way, but we'll be out in the deep here as soon as we get past the next red. And just a note on that, one of the reasons I really like South Hall landings is the transit would be done by now. It's only like 20-minute transit to get to the deep water there. And that's just Chesapeake Bay. Everything's kind of shallow around the edges. So I like the Salt Ponds Inlet and South Hall Landings Marina for how close it is to the deep water. Not that it was loud, but it's quieter. And I'm doing 3.8 knots with the sails up. So even picked up some speed for turning off the prop. And the other big curiosity will be, do we get any regeneration? And we'll probably have to be sailing pretty fast to get any, but we'll see. 4 knots right now. Very nice. All right, how's the sailing part? best of the sunset that we're gonna get. We got some clouds on the blue horizon there. Let's see, we're gonna turn a light on, I guess. There we go. All right. Well, we are in the slip. Wanted to try to show a couple of things. How do we switch this? Okay. So then we do this button to stop sailing, and we can review the voyage. There we go. It gives us a nice little summary of where we went. Now it's time to turn things off here. We don't need the running lights anymore. Water pump, cabin lights. We don't need the radios. Oops. And I wanted to look at this. So we finished up with 49 volts, motor 114. It is hot down here. How warm is it? It's still 80 something in the cockpit, in the cabin. Alright, so that's basically it. Try and get in the light. That's basically it. So we've moved back to Southall Landings. We're in our new slip at Southall Landings. And we'll be ready to do regular sailing videos from now on, I guess. So, okay, thanks for watching. And thanks for being here. Thanks for following along. And we're out of the yards. All right. It was only a year and a half that we were in there. So, okay. Thanks again, and see you on another video soon.